Everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today we're reacting to The Warning, a couple of songs, it looks like, from the Dakota Bar. So recently I decided to go back from the beginning and start going through their first album, but I wanted to do some of the live concerts people told me to do, Dakota Bar, the Whiskey. So I had done a couple at the Whiskey, and the next song on the list was Wildfire, the only one I could find. It was the Dakota Bar. I mean, there were a couple floating around, but this seemed like the main one. And it's with another one of the songs from the 21st Century Blood album, Our Mistakes. And so I figured, what the heck? Why not make it a 2-for-1? And for all I know, they may even play it as kind of a medley where they go together. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm looking forward to this. If you haven't done so, sorry, I bumped the microphone. If you haven't done so, if you are a Warning fan, or you're just checking them out for the first time, make sure you go check out their homepage, check out all their videos, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you like what you're seeing, I will have the original link to this video in the description, as well as a link to some reactions, a playlist that I put together with my daughters, because this channel is supposed to be me reacting with them, even though it doesn't happen as near as much as I'd like. Anyway, let's get started.
In the streets where you're feeling nothing again. We're not the same anymore. The spark has gone away. I'm fooling myself with this thing I created in my head. I've always believed there was no they say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry. It's always your fault, but I'm always there to take the blame. I'm dilemma between my heart and my head. You play your part, and it's always me who has to pay for all your mistakes. I knew you were different, but still I risked it all. Fear of loneliness is tearing down my walls. I'm trying to hide it, but
You know, a lot of times I hear her vocals like in the background, and sometimes people even have to point it out, and they're like, listen to that harmony. But this time, you know, they've got her pretty high up in the mix, and she sounds great.
I'm trying to hide it, but I can't deny that this isn't love. The farther I cry, the faster we start to reach the fall. They say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry.
Just real quick about that guitar solo. It's almost hard to call it a solo because it was so short. But I've mentioned how in a lot of the songs, they're even though she's a fantastic guitar player, I think my guess is she is trying not to like do these long free-form kind of guitar solos. They're usually pretty short and crisp even when she's got them, which I like both styles, but I appreciate that keeps the song short and tight, and I think that's what they look for. Most of the time I've said I wish their songs were longer because I don't want them to end, and so I think minimizing like long instrumental breaks is part of how you achieve that, which is both good and bad if you're the type of person like I am who likes to listen to long guitar solos. But I can appreciate what she's doing. I don't know what it's called exactly, but there's this drum beat that she's doing there that's kind of like not like a straightforward beat, but it's more of like it almost has like a 50s jazz gangster feel to it. I don't know how to describe exactly what I'm trying to say, but I always dig that kind of a beat that's more of this like rolling series of repeating notes as opposed to just like a dunk, 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 dunk. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you know what I mean. And even that guitar and bass part, that dum 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 dum, almost has kind of like a Stray Cats feel to it, I guess, which goes along with that older kind of drum feel that I was getting as well. And by Stray Cats, I don't mean it actually sounds like the Stray Cats. This is obviously a lot harder going than the Stray Cats stuff is, but it's got that kind of what's it called, that bass line, I forget what it's called. Anyway, a lament, I think is what it's called.
We don't outside the line. They don't
Never a dull moment watching her play. So much fun.
Until you stand down, the high flyers will not be pulled back on the ground. Until things are set right, we say it's time for a change, and we will win this fight.
I really like the, and I don't remember if this was happening earlier. I remember thinking at the beginning when they were doing that kind of a dun 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 dun, that the bass and the guitar were kind of playing the same thing, but this time as the guitar is going down, the bass is actually going up. Boom, 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 boom. And does she yell awesome there at the end too? That's really cool. I love watching when musicians like do a great job and they know they've done a great job and they just like kind of bask in that a little bit and just have fun with it. So cool. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to knock out 2 for 1, and I could see doing these 2 together like that. I don't know that I would have called it a medley exactly, but I mean, they did kind of go from one to the other. And I like how like the first one started off kind of slow and then it picked up and this whole thing kind of picked up. And then there was kind of the slow part near the end. It was almost like there was a little bit of an arc going on. I mean, I'm probably just reading into things. But, you know, overall, I think that was a lot of fun. And it really, something I was thinking about while I was watching it was, you know, there's a lot of discussion with their newer music, with the, you know, kind of style being a little bit different. And whether or not, you know, you're fine with that or if you have issues or whatever, I don't care. But it just did kind of highlight to me going back and watching one of their older concerts just to hear how much more kind of pure, you know, rock and roll they used to be when they were younger. And I think, you know, not that that's necessarily changed, but I think, you know what I mean? Like just the sound quality was a lot, I don't want to say simpler, but just more pure rock and roll without, you know, some of the industrial stuff worked in. And having listened to, you know, more of their newer things for a while, this was a good refresher that there was a really big sound difference. Overall, really good stuff. 2 thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.